Okay, all right. Well, look, Repzion is in the voice chat. He's ready to. Oops, I guess he just. Oh, yeah, perfect. He's in here now. What's up, Repzion?
Oh, one second.
Hello.
All right, what are we talking about?
Hey.
Let's go.
I just wanted to add you on right as soon as we wrapped up this grooming stuff, and you know, we've heard Keemstar's point of view. So now let's see, what do you think, Repzion, about everything in general?
I would like Keemstar to describe and define the definition of grooming for us again.
Oh, shoot, you just missed it, but if you want to go ahead again.
Okay, can you give me a definition of grooming, please?
Kind of understands what grooming is like when you are preparing someone by like flirting or whatever, you know, to a minor. So when they turn 18, you like hook up with them. Everyone kind of understands what this is, and everyone gets it. Does someone have the legal definition?
Could I ask you a question then? So when you have two adults,
legal definition, do you have the legal definition so we can just read that?
When you have two adults who are engaging with discussing somebody's virginity before they actually turn 18, would that not constitute as a kind of grooming somebody? Like if you want to take their virginity exactly when they turn 18? Because there's actual verifiable text messages between Kai and Onision discussing Sarah's virginity.
I forgot about that. Someone asked for the legal definition of grooming. I just Googled it because I'm an idiot. So grooming is when someone builds a relationship, an emotional connection with a child or young person so they can manipulate, exploit, and abuse them. Children and young people who are groomed can be sexually abused, sexually exploited, and sexually trafficked. That's the definition.
And here's the thing about grooming is that you can actually do grooming technically legally. Okay, you don't have to commit a sexual act with somebody for it to be considered grooming.
Look,
it's not that black and white.
Repzion, did you make videos saying that Onision's going to jail?
No, I covered Chris Hansen reporting that.
You never made a video claiming that Onision's going to go to jail.
Nope, and if you can actually point to the exact video and a timestamp, I'll admit to that. But I covered specifically Chris Hansen's coverage. Yeah, you don't watch me. So why would you make a claim like that?
So it was Chris Hansen.
I didn't make a claim. I asked you a question.
I answered it.
Okay. Let me draw a very vague timeline.
I'm asking a question. Did you ever allude to the fact that Onision's going to jail?
Did I ever allude? That's not what you just asked.
It's a different question.
I've covered Chris Hansen's coverage of what he claimed is going to happen to Onision. Now, if you want my personal opinion, is Onision going to jail? Very, very doubtful.
You're going to throw Chris Hansen in front of you? That's your scapegoat, Chris Hansen?
Yeah, because I report Onision stuff. I've been doing it for years.
Okay, so if Chris Hansen makes a slip up, you get completely out of it because he made a slip up.
Yeah, just like you made a slip up with an old man and accusing him of a pedophile with your news team. Okay, if you want to play that game, we're both held accountable to the same standard.
No. Accountability is owning it, which I've completely owned it. I took the video down within hours, made a tweet about it, made a public apology.
And guess what? I've publicly talked about Chris Hansen and why I don't support him anymore. Have you actually checked out my tweets? No, of course you haven't.
Have you publicly apologized to Onision?
I'm not going to publicly apologize to Onision. That's ridiculous.
No,
because everything that I've covered with Onision has been public record. You can go through my videos and people are welcome to debunk the specific things that I talk about. Because guess what? I don't get on YouTube. I don't call people pedos. I don't make claims like that. I cover things that are public information. That's what I've been doing for the last decade.
Let me ask the question, okay? If myself or other commentators find out at any point that you put out false information about Onision, you are going to upload, just like I did with the old man, you are going to delete the video and you are going to upload a public apology. Is that what I'm hearing? Because if we're going to
if I get information wrong, look, this is on record. If I get information wrong on something, I will publicly admit on Twitter, and I will tell people that I was wrong, and I'll even update a video or correct a video. And
absolutely, will you delete a video? Will you delete a video with wrong information? Will you delete that video with wrong information?
I'm not going to delete a video with wrong information. No, I'll correct it.
To delete a video with wrong information. So
dude, you have tons of videos too with wrong information.
this old man of being a pedo, which was wrong, and you want me to take accountability, which I have by deleting the video.
I'm not asking you to take accountability. You have. What I'm saying is that your original question was asking about if I would be willing to admit if Chris Hansen did something wrong.
Okay, order.
With a baseball bat. Listen to me. If you're going to call me out for making a mistake, then you must match the accountability.
I agree with you. I agree. I absolutely agree. What's your point, dude? What is your point? Like, you're completely talking about grooming at first, and now you're trying to do you're trying to call me out for something like I won't admit a mistake. I will, absolutely.
If you find out that you put out some false information on
well, guess what, Keem? Have you found out any false information I've put out yet? Have you found any false information? I want you to go through my videos or have your people go through my content and find what I have said that is false, that is not public information. I want you to do that. Okay. Do it.
That's what I'm asking. Okay.
And if I have made a mistake, I will own up to that. I will. I absolutely will. I don't know why you think that I won't. Just like I made an apology to you over a couple of years ago about a screwed up joke I made. Do we want to bring that up? But guess what? I made a video, I gave it to you, I tweeted it out publicly, and you still fucking have your fucking little grudges on me. That's what you do. You hold grudges on people. You can't let go of things.
Not wrong
you
there.
said something horrible about my child. You're not a parent.
It was a joke, and I already admitted it was a poor taste joke. Get over it. Move on. Just like I moved on with Onision. Now I'm covering a James Soroka. I don't need to make videos on Onision to get fucking views.
All right.
I want you to understand that.
All right.
See, that's how you saved your career. Quit lying to everyone. But
Okay.
Repzion,
It is actually how I saved my career. You know why? Because I went back to school, I got a fucking degree, and then I came to YouTube and made a video on wetlands, for God's sake, and guess what? It was entertaining. Just like you're an entertainer, just like I could fucking talk about grass, man. Grass, and it got 2 million views. That's crazy. That's insane.
All right. So let's separate the personal stuff.
Can you talk about grass and get almost 2 million views? I mean, that's a big accomplishment. I was pulling in 10,000 views per video, and then I make a video about grass, and look where we are. Boom.
A very important question to ask you. One very important question. So if we just calm down, no interrupting, so I can just get this question out, okay?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Keem.
No, I'm done, because I will be quiet, okay? You have made a lot of videos about Onision, and you have made a lot of videos about these girls being fans of Onision and then having some type of sexual, and then they're younger, right? And then they get older and they have some type of sexual relationship with Onision.
No, I haven't, no, actually. The only person I've really covered with having a sexual relationship was Sarah, and that's it.
Sarah,
I covered the forums. Yes,
Sarah,
really, dude. The fact that you don't watch my content, you're proving that right now. Seriously.
Hold on. Let me ask the question. I haven't asked the question.
Okay, all right. Wait, okay. So, no. Short answer is no, Keem. Keep going.
Please answer the question, okay?
So Sarah's the short answer.
Okay, Sarah, yes. She was underage, right? And then she became of age and had some type of sexual relationship with Onision, and you criticized him for that, right? Is it
No,
true?
I criticized what he said prior before they had intercourse. That's what I was discussing. I'm not even comfortable.
Well, there's more to that. But what is the point, Keem? Let's go. Let's hear the point.
Is it true that your current girlfriend was a fangirl underage, and then you started dating her when she became
No.
That
She watched my content. She watched my content. There's a 7-year difference. She's 22 right now. I'm 28.
For the record.
Keem, come on, bro. What's going on here? All right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Did you know that I blocked her? We used to never talk. You're trying to prove that I had some relation to somebody who's underage. That's ridiculous, dude.
Stop me. Don't
I will. Because you're fucking ridiculous. You have a grudge on me, so you're trying to spread false information on me.
I want to hear Keemstar out, but so yeah, I was trying to get to Keem's point. I'm trying to understand. Let him kind of try to speak out. He
just has a hate boner for me. Let's be honest. Come on.
I mean, it seems like the hate boner is definitely mutual. So.
When did you start dating your current girlfriend?
Okay. See, so Keem, I didn't understand that's where you're going. I thought this was still about Onision, but you're asking him about his current girlfriend.
So at age 19,
do you want me to bring? Hey, do you want me to bring her on live right now and talk to the camera and say, yes, I was of age, Keemstar? Do you want me to? I'll go get her right now. I'm dead serious.
You told other.
Wait, okay, guys.
People
Guys,
dating her when she was much younger. Let's be honest.
No, I have not. I have not. Come here. Oh, hey, come here.
Jesus Christ, guys, let's just all take a little break.
22, turning 23 this year. Fuck you. Fuck you, November 3rd, baby, Scorpio.
Oh, I'm close to that. I'm November 22nd.
On my show, Spilling the Beans. I can't wait.
Keem, are you in the
Okay,
kitchen or
guys.
something, by the way? Keem, I almost feel for you, Keem, because
We were talking about grooming here, and now we're derailed to talking about my girlfriend.
Yeah,
So, like,
and-
you've really shown that
Okay.
this is not about anything. This is about, like, you just getting steam
Oh,
off
it's
of
about
me.
Alicia.
Wait, let's
It
all
is about Alicia.
just started with Jeffree Star and Chris Hansen. How the did we get here?
I don't know, but
I went to
Blame Keem. That's it. He's the one who's derailing this conversation.
Wait, now, okay,
I
let's
feel like I'm in a simulation.
me too,
all
me too.
Stop yelling.
Okay.
Let's all just
Well-
take a deep breath and let's all get the blood out of our hate boners and back into our minds because let's just
All right.
chill out
So,
a little bit.
well,
Maybe.
look, if we want to schedule a death match about this personal relationships, maybe we can provide receipts next time and we could set that up. But I wasn't prepared for that.
Her so she can reach out to me in a couple of years when you guys break up.
Oh my God, Keem. Okay.
Thanks.
Well, Keem, I think you have a
Thanks.
disadvantage because it sounds like you're in the kitchen and everybody else has a better mic. What's going on there?
I moved to my other computer thinking this was a better mic, but apparently it's not. My bad.
Yeah. So like when people talk, it's easy. Like I mean, sometimes you talk over people, but this time everyone can talk over you because you have the weakest mic, man. But anyways,
I'm sorry, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm coming across loud. If so, I'm sorry too.
if there's anything,
Yeah, you definitely are. You've been loud for your whole life.
well, I mean,
I know.
I invited Repzion because he's obviously been covering Onision the longest.
But like, if you want to ask me a question about Onision, feel free. I'm open. Criticize me all you want, man.
Did you ever tell anyone that you were dating your girlfriend who was a super fan of you when she was a little girl?
No.
Interesting.
a little
but-
girl.
Where does this beef between you and Onision, if we're going to go back to Onision's stem, Repzion? I'm curious.
There's really no beef, dude. On my end, there really isn't. The only time beef was really created was the whole legal thing. That was something that was real.
I think knowing
Do you feel guilty about taking all that money from your fans?
No, I don't, because I asked for $2,500 and they gave me 10 times that amount. I'm not gonna feel guilty.
Yeah,
They
you got
offered it.
25 grand. You don't feel
Yeah,
guilty
you know
about
what?
that?
A good thing came from that, and I was extremely helpful because right now I'm not employed, so that sucks because of the COVID-19. So guess what? It's helpful.
You're a YouTuber.
I appreciate it.
You're a YouTuber. What do you mean you don't have a job?
YouTube's not a job. Never will be for me. I don't want it.
You've been doing YouTube for fucking 10 years. What are you saying, Repzion?
It's not my main source of income, and it never will be.
It's not my main source of income either, but it's still a job. What are you saying?
I'm saying that I don't consider YouTube a job. It's a hobby for me.
Hey, come on. Like,
It
what are you
is.
trying to
Part-time
do
job.
right now?
I'm not trying to prove anything. It's a hobby.
Oh my God, this is pathetic, Repzion. Come on.
This is pathetic coming from you. Like you're trying to what? Because I won't admit YouTube's a job for me? No, it's an additional source of income and it's a hobby, something I enjoy. So can we get back to what we were talking about?
Well, is there
Which was
anything
grooming.
Sure.
Is there anything specific,
Sure,
Repzion,
but
that
I
you
think
have
you're just trying to say this is a hobby. Bro, you're getting paid.
It is.
Do you pay taxes on your YouTube, buddy?
Yeah, I do pay taxes a lot every single
That's
year.
Income. What are you saying? That's income. What are you saying?
Okay,
No,
so
I know
so
it's income.
let
But I'm
me
saying it's not
get this.
my job. Like, I don't
Okay, so it
consider
sounds
a
like
job.
what Keem wants to get out of Repzion is for Repzion to admit that, hey, you made a lot of these videos for money, that kind of thing. And I mean, look, money is always a
Most of them
factor.
aren't even monetized, mind you. Most of them don't even have ads on them. The only time I made money was a couple of sponsors, and I gave some of that money to certain
on.
people.
Okay,
Not all
let's
of it, but
How much
think
money did you make? I mean, if you're gonna
that's none of your business. You don't f***ing disclose how much money you make.
I think what we
saying
all
that,
need
hey,
to
I gave stuff away. A lot of them are demonetized. I mean, that doesn't really explain. if you make
Yeah,
money.
you're right. We are getting derailed. Might as well
So-
start talking about H3H3. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no. Let's talk about H3H3,
Let's
Keem. Come
all-
on.
That's all.
The point that I'm trying to make is I don't need to talk about Onision to get people to watch my content. I don't.
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
No, I don't. My newest video.
Everyone,
Not
everyone,
now. I'm not
everyone-
now, but when your career was done and over with, yeah, you did.
Why does it matter if my career is better or better now or worse.
Okay, yeah,
Doesn't matter.
that's okay. That sounds very personal, grudgeful. Okay, so anything that's not
Man,
too personal.
Keem, I agree with Edwin, man. You're flying with the personal attacks right now. Like, this is not talking about Onision.
Repzion, Keem, I'm gonna need you to like just take a moment because
Look, like I said,
I need a blunt after this.
I'd be happy.
I am trying.
I will 100% schedule a blood match where it's just you two and you guys can both provide me receipts for whatever. But right now, this is a little unrehearsed. I didn't know that this was gonna be the way. But Repzion, first of all,
lost.
is
all just calm the frick down because both of you are taking personal shots. Both of you are getting heated, and both of you are saying like, "Oh no, he's the one doing it." You both are. So let's take a
and
deep
Shannon,
breath.
next time I'm gonna schedule Chris Hansen versus Shannon too.
I just wish in this community of the anti-O's and now this new stuff.
Dude, can I say something to you, Keem? The anti-O's are fucking crazy. The anti-O's are crazy.
We agree
A
with
lot
you
of
on
them
that.
are crazy.
We agree.
Okay. Hear me out. I wish somebody in this community would hold you guys accountable and question some of the stuff that you guys are doing because it's all one-sided, it's all a mob, and it's all following, right? There's no pushback in any of these scenarios.
Keem, I think one of the things is that you're not seeing the pushback within the community. Is there's a couple people who weren't following me when I did this, but I've made a bunch of videos on different members of the anti-Onision community who have blatantly fucked up. Like, there are certain people who do things that are worse than Onision. There are certain people who use Onision and have stated numerous times that, oh, I only talk about this for money. And they are smaller channels, so I don't think you've heard of them, but they make videos on him every single day. In order
Not
to,
only-
like,
I like you and I like your shows because you will call them out.
Not only that, but Edwin, if I'm not mistaken, you're the one that had like a whole issue with one of the people in the anti-Onision community recently, right?
Oh yeah, I got shit on. I get shit on sideways from all the anti-O's, and I have no problem shitting on them right back. You know, I received a lot of shit from one of these survivors, and you know, I'm here to say that like out of all the survivors, I only see one having this dirty incentive, and that is Shiloh. All right, everyone else, I'm speaking frankly, I have no problem being transparent.
I have seen some people who are smaller, like they're smaller channels who they do a lot of shady shit. Like, legitimately, they have said numerous times, I do this for the money. This is how much money I'm making, and if I didn't make money talking about Onision, I wouldn't. But that to me is disingenuous and gross because a lot of my Onision videos are demonetized. I have one that's sitting over like a couple 100,000 views. I made, I think, $30 on it altogether. It's like,
I don't even bother monetizing my Onision videos because they'll immediately get demonetized if I even tried, and then they.
I think what we're trying to say here is, Keem, you're talking to the good eggs, all right? We can shit on everybody else collectively. Trust me, we see what you're talking about, but it ain't it with us. And look, I'm even gonna make another video shitting on these anti-O's, and I'll send you a private link so you can see it yourself. You can see what I'm talking about, and I will be giving Onision the air to speak on everything, and I will try to get everybody's perspective, and I will try to take away my commentary as much as I can. I will do the work that is bothering you that people aren't doing.
That
You made a really, really, really great point. You talked about dirty incentives. And so with dirty incentives, I want to talk to Repzion about his dirty incentive to sell socks. What was
Oh my god.
Really quick, Keem, can I say something?
No, I'll address. Yeah, go ahead, Shannon. Sorry.
Really quick, I just want to say one thing.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either, but you know what? We can have a few lulls.
So one thing I want to say that I think might be healthy for you, Keem, is I do believe there are a lot of people that genuinely talk about these things from like because they want to, because they are passionate about these topics, because they definitely like it. There are people out there. I'm not going to sit there and say that not a single person out there is in it for personal gain, wants to continuously make repetitive videos on Onision because it brings them profit, because it brings them gain. But I don't think it's fair to quite generalize that as every person making videos on Onision, because there are a lot of people that do speak on it because they're passionate about talking about these things and because they feel that it's important. I know there's a couple people in this. I mean, I would say that pretty much everybody is in this that's talking right now feels passionate about it. I know definitely I do. I know I could definitely feel that Shannon does. We like to talk about these things because we're passionate about it. And I just don't think it's fair to generalize every single person that does that as, oh, they just make repetitive videos on Onision. I just don't think that's a fair criticism. I think that that's kind of overgeneralizing.
Well, look, I mean, Repzion brought up a great point about the potential grooming with the text messaging and the virginity. I'd like to see that. I've never seen that. And the thing is like when I say, hey, where's the proof of grooming? No one ever even talks about it. That's the first time I've heard about it. So I'd like to look at that. I'd like to dig into this a little bit more. But before I go, which I have to go, I've been having to go for a while. Repzion, why did you sell dirty socks?
Okay, do you really want the actual context behind it?
You say it like he's finished. Are you done selling dirty
No,
socks?
I needed quick cash to get my school textbooks that I needed that were like over $600, and I made about $1,000 in like a week selling socks that I wore.
Pretty gross, pathetic.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's whatever. Like,
the main source of your income is selling dirty clothes.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh,
it was
come
a
on.
very temporary. It was a temporary. Oh,
If somebody he already dipped out, but he just wanted you to say it a lot.
Yeah,
but,
he wanted to try to roast me for that, I guess.
I mean, if somebody wanted to buy my dirty clothes and could be paid up to $1,000, okay, take my laundry. What the fuck? I can buy new clothes with that.
He's just doing it for like a laugh. Like that's not even
I get
a
it.
good point. So
I mean, it was funny when he first brought it up.
I mean, that's when I did that. My channel was like getting like 10,000 views per video, so like I get it. Like I understand.
Look, if anybody wants, I was about to advertise all our dirty clothes.
I should have told Keem that I would have given him a discount if he wanted a pair.
Oh well, Keem.
you should have just sent him. You should have sent him customized socks and been like, "These are just for you, dude."
You know what? I'll take off the sock that I'm wearing in this iconic live stream. It's one of these cute socks. I've been wearing it since yesterday. It smells kind of nice, actually. Okay, this is a weird extended joke. Let's move on now. So Repzion, what do you think about all this? Is there any sort of feelings you want to wrap up about this Onision so we can be done with it?
I don't. What do you want me to wrap up specifically?
Right,
I came in here at an odd time.
That is okay. Nope. If you
Okay, one of the things that I do want to say, because I think this got like kind of glossed over. I have watched Repzion for like a good number of years before I was on YouTube. Like I remember watching his videos before.
Fangirls.
Like I'm not a fangirl.
Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm trolling.
You crap, how dare.
Oh,
But, like,
by all means.
my biggest thing is that I remember watching the first video you ever made of Onision, and your biggest thing was like, I don't know if this is a joke. This is scary to me, and this is alarming. And it was very much me. I can't speak for like anyone else, but to me, it felt like a very like emotional plea to like, please tell me if this is real or not. Because you're manipulating a person whose mental health isn't all there, and this is disgusting behavior. And you were talking about it because, like old school commentary channels, it was something that like you saw with the community that you were like, this isn't right. This is not okay.
It really bothered me.
So whenever someone's just like, oh, he just repeats it over and over, and like, where does the beef start? It's like it wasn't really a beef on your end, because from what I saw, it was a very emotional plea. And then as time went on, as like Onision got like wilder and wilder, I think it became clear like, oh, he doesn't take this seriously, and this is like, he's just this wild idiot who does stupid shit without thinking. He puts it online. Like, there's so many things wrong with Onision, but like, it was very, very, very clear that like at the beginning it wasn't a beef. There was no beef. It wasn't like, I'm gonna fight this guy. It was legitimately like, this guy is doing fucked up things, and we need to talk about it.
It was as much beef as anybody making videos on Davi has beef right now, which it's not really, but once he responds, then it turns into that, because Onision was responding to Repzion.
I remember, back in the day, I remember there was like a whole conspiracy that the whole situation with like Onision filming Shiloh and stuff, everybody was saying like, oh, this isn't real, this isn't real. A lot of people didn't even believe that that was real until recently.
Oh yeah,
a lot of
TehMimi, you actually made a video on Onision. You were like 4 years ago probably, or something like that, and it had a lot of dislikes. And same with Repzion's older videos on Onision. They have a lot of dislikes, even though you're making valid criticisms. I got a lot, like, I mean, I understand. Keemstar, the way he responded when I said that is he's like, well, I didn't get any hate. I wish he was in the chat for me to say this to him directly, but I don't know because I didn't watch his video in 2016. I don't remember him covering that, but personally, I did get a lot of hate from it. Yeah. There's a video that's still public on my channel where it's like, oh, you know, the truth about TehMimi, her real age, because I would just get flooded with people saying, oh, you're like 12, what you're saying is stupid.
I actually remember that, because I remember when you were first making your videos back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember that very, very clearly.
Yeah, I think I remember you comment. I was like, oh, hey. Yeah, it just got a lot of hate, and I mean, it just to hear criticism saying like, oh, everybody's in this for like personal gain and stuff. I just don't think that's fair, because I think a lot of us have been doing this for quite a while and didn't care about the repercussions and the backlash of it. It's something that we thought was wrong and needed to speak on it, so we did.
I think, okay, I understand both sides, because on the one hand, I do agree that like 90% of the people I talk to about the Onision stuff, 90% of the content I see that I surround myself with about the Onision stuff is coming from like actual worthwhile sources. However, what I'm not going to do is discount the fact that there are other channels, and we all know who they fucking are.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Make videos and just spew utter fucking bullshit because they know putting Onision's name in the title gets views. While it sucks, that tarnishes the name of everyone, and it sucks that like the anti-O community will just be like, it's either we're all in this or none of us are in this. Because I've talked out about people who are like in the community but like gigs. People are like, you can't criticize the anti-Onision community because that's saying this and this.
You absolutely can, and you should.
Yeah.
So, because there's certain actions that have happened that, like, okay, for example, I'll just use a personal experience. So there was an image that was posted by an anti-Onision account, specifically with an image of Greg's kid in it. I was sent this, and they were basically telling me, you need to use this in a video. Like, you need to cover this. I'm like, no, I'm not going to post a video with this kid's on, like, I'm making, like, why would I do that, first of all? And secondly, it's his family. Like, I don't care how much I dislike the guy. Like, that's not okay to do.
Right.
And the account was pissed at me. This person was pissed that I wouldn't share a photo of their kid. And I'm like, dude, you need to take a step back, because that's not okay at all.
Okay, so
like,
guys, I think we give Onision way too much attention. So now I just brought in Petty Paige. I almost read Paige Christie, but I mean that's her name too. And you know, we want to move back to the Jeffree Star conversation. And Tommy C and Nicholas, I think they want to talk about Onision. I don't know if that's what it is, because should I put him in here? What do you guys think? I don't want to talk about Onision anymore.
And talk about Jeffree as well. He's been really big into this.
Who it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got blocked by him.
Who
He also thinks that I sound like a mom, so we have beef.
So wait,
hello?
Should I add Tommy C or Nicholas? What do you guys
think?
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, I'm like,
it's like having the idea of having 7 people in a voice chat kind of overwhelms me.
I think you'll be fine.
All right, look, I'm gonna give him a 2-minute round. By the way, welcome everybody. Welcome Paige. Paige in the chat. Everyone wants to shout out Paige in the chat.
hi.
All right, so what's up, Nicholas and Tommy? What's up?
Repzion grew me into buying his socks. Keem is 100% correct. I don't appreciate that, Reps.
All right,
but I like the way they smell.
A bit.
So is this like the based and red-pilled anti-O's, or what's up? We gotta...
All right, what else? Hurry up, because we want to wrap up the Onision talk. No more. What's up?
Socks.
Well, look, I'll give you a discount.
Keemstar's
if you
right
really
about
want
Repzion.
one,
He's a
okay?
terrible person.
No, I have a genuine question for Repzion because there's some big stuff coming on the horizon. I've heard there's a lot of credible information that has just surfaced right now. I watched this video and it nearly brought me to tears. Have you ever seen the Onision rant from a YouTuber named Leafy is Here? Because apparently
yes,
credible
it's
information
the
that's been
most
sent to the
verifiable.
Yeah.
I think that, it's the nail in the coffin.
I
and-
also, I've seen a couple posts that say evidence on it, and then it just links a bunch of Twitter accounts. I'm really actually scared for my own content because I think I've made a huge mistake with the way I've covered this.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
watch out for
that
that Reddit and the Facebook.
Really
Socks.
quick, I'm gonna step away for a few minutes. I'll be right back though.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tommy and Nicholas, for.
Socks. Repzion socks. Rock.
All right.
Go pick him up
Thanks for having me
today.
on.
Any thoughts on Jeffree Star though, or Chris Hansen?
I think Jeffree Star is a piece of shit.
What kind of socks does he have?
I hope the
what he did to James Charles is absolutely ridiculous, and I hope he gets something on that. He literally went live, not live, he put out a video saying that he didn't want to feed the drama back then after he made some predator allegations and called him a danger to society, but apparently that meant he was no longer a danger to society because he didn't feel compelled to tell society what the fuck the danger was. So I actually dislike Jeffree Star. I don't have any huge opinions on the current situation just yet. I'm seeing how it goes, but legacy Jeffree Star, not a fan.
Well, Jeffree Star gets the call.
How often do you guys find yourself falsely accusing people of being predators? How often do you find yourself saying that guy fucks children or that guy is a sexual deviant?
Him and I'm Alex should go bowling.
Yes, exactly. Apparently with Jeffree and I'm Alex, it's just a super huge trend and everyone does it.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't. Well done. All right, thank you.
Chocolate point socks coming soon. Chocolate
Thank
point
you for your
socks.
contributions, and see you in the chat.